F1 fan and like Lewis Hamilton. You know what I mean? Like that's just too like.
What?
What car does he drive for?
Red Bull.
Oh, does he? Okay, he doesn't know fuck all.
The wife is saying exactly what happened, describing the story, and I think one of them starts to chuckle and laughs and drops him. Okay, and breaks the other leg.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so like it was a multi.
Dude. Break talk, you're taking it to another level. Better get ready with your host, Adam and Loretto. The dopest show that you ever heard, ever seen. The podcast about nothing and everything. Yeah. Break the break talk. Yeah. Break the break talk.
Welcome back to the Break Talk. Our guest today will have you covered if you want to sue someone for slipping in their store. He's the owner of Cariati Law Firm. Welcoming our guest today, Mario Cariati.
Thank you, Adam. Thanks, Loretto. Pleasure to be here. Looking forward to it. Have a nice chat.
Nice. So, Mario, you know, we do have to ask you, what's it like being a lawyer? Like, is it like something you go up to the girls like, hey, I'm a lawyer? Is it an automatic like pull? Like, how does that work? Like,
talk about an open-ended question. Sure.
Right off the rip.
What's it like being a lawyer? Well, I mean, for me, I really enjoy it. It's something that I've always wanted to do even before high school. I had this sort of fascination with like, you know, crime movies and like, you know, the big criminal cases. And to be honest, it sort of fell on me to be quite frank. But no, I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy the type of law I do specifically. You know, I deal with injured people. Being that I went through something like that as a kid, you know, you get to, you know, not represent corporations. You're dealing with actually real people, and that's the best part.
Mm. So you're saying you're not dealing, but you end up having to deal with corporations anyways.
You do, but your clients are real people.
Gotcha.
Right? They're, you know, regular blue collar workers typically who, you know, either have a car accident, get an injury, their insurance is denied in some way, shape, or form, and they end up hiring me. And you don't really save their life, but you save their economic life to some degree, and they sort of remember you. I mean, I still got clients that, you know, to this day invite me to their weddings years later because you played some sort of integral part in their life. Wow. Right? So it's the connections, the human connection that is the best part of what I do.
Gotcha. It's more rewarding in the work that you do, right? Because you kind of give back in a way that in a different, like another lawyer will kind of just like solve the case and fuck off. Whereas like they kind of feel like, you know, they're, you know, you've done something so impactful in their life, or they feel like there's an attachment between you.
And there is to some degree. It's interesting you mentioned that because a lot of times when, you know, I'm not dissing any type of lawyer doing any type of work. It's all important, I guess, to that person, you know. But if I'm representing a big, tech company, right? You're as good as the last deal you did for them, to some degree, right? And then on to the next one. Whereas in my sort of world, you represent someone, and you know, it could take 6-7 years by the time it gets to trial. So you're privy to their medical records. They might go through a divorce. You get to know their kids. You know, you get them a settlement at some point down the road, and it might save their mortgage. You know, these are things that people just inherently are going to remember, right? So you're actually helping someone that's, you know, through the course of their life, they may refer other people to you. So there's that human connection that gets lost with representing a corporation. You might save them a few bucks, big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's the next case. Right? So I think it's that human aspect that I enjoy the most. And it's kind of who I am. I'm big in relationships. Actually, I'm just really big in relationships. That's what, that's kind of why I do what I do. If I didn't have that, I don't think, actually, let me put it this way. If I got out of law, I wouldn't do anything else. It'd be it. I only wanted to do personal injury, and that's it. Just because of my connection to it and the people I represent.
Did you say, like, due to the injury of your hand, is that how you kind of
That's why I fell into it.
Ah.
Yeah, because I was a client for what, more than a decade, right? So by the time my own case settled as a kid, I wasn't a kid anymore. I was what, 19, maybe 20, 21. So I was getting into university at that point, and I knew at that point that's what I wanted to do.
So what happened to your hand? What was the injury?
So the first 7-8 years of my life, I moved back and forth from Italy. Last time we moved back here, my dad opened up a butcher shop. I was 8 years old, and I went to help out, which is kind of what you do in Italy. If you're not, kind of in school, you're going to help your parent, whether it's on the farm, in a factory or whatever. And I was working, grinding meat. We were closed on Mondays. That's the day we did all the prep work, and I was distracted, and my hand went in the meat grinder.
Oh my God.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
And that changed the course of my life completely.
Yeah.
Like after that, nothing was ever the same. But not in a bad way, in a good way, I think.
Yeah.
So is that the story that you'll tell, like when you were younger, if you're picking up a girl, is that the story you tell them, or you tell them like you got into like a crazy fight or some like cool shit, like, because like that's like, you got your hand stuck in a meat slicer.
Yeah, I would be like, you should have seen how many sharks there were. Like,
something
was
like
pulling-
that.
I was pulling one off.
It was a diving trip in Mexico.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. You should see the sharks though; they're worse.
You gotta have a few stories to that.
The sharks are on the wall.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't really. Okay, so I don't really openly discuss it, but if I'm asked, I never shy away from it.
Got you.
It's who I am. Like if I go and shake someone's hand, like when I shook your hands tonight, meeting you for the first time,
Yeah.
it didn't even register that, I'm shaking my hand with with two guys that, and I'm missing some fingers. Like to me, it's just who I am. I've always lived like that. It's honestly been a benefit in my life, not a detriment. It opened up so many doors. And if you ask me, and people have asked me, would you, if you can take it back? I don't know if I would. I think it just,
You're saying you wouldn't want your fingers back.
I think, you can do everything with 7 fingers. You can do with 10, unless you want to be a dentist. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
in my life, it just opened up so many doors. I think it made me who I am. It set my mindset the way I am. It told me that, it showed me that anything's possible. To be honest, you hear all those things and you watch all these Instagram things, and put your mind to something's possible. For me, I'm living proof that, not to get religious, but one door closed, God opened 4 more for me.
Everything happens for a reason.
I think so.
I truly believe that. I'm a big believer in that. And like, whatever, if that unfortunate case happened to you, it led to where you are today, right?
If
It's the
this
only
didn't
way to look at
happen,
it.
if this had not happened, I 1,000%, wouldn't be doing what I do. I wouldn't. I spent from the age of 8 to like 20 dealing with lawyers and psychologists and surgeons and all kinds of people. And to boot, I wasn't the best student either. So like somehow the stars all aligned later in my teenage years, and it set the course for where I was supposed to go in life.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right?
So that's kind of how you got into personal injury, was through the accident.
Yeah. So I ended up when I was like, I don't know, 20, or maybe 19, volunteering for the lawyer that handled my case. And he didn't really give me any legal work. I mean, he did, but I was, bringing his dry cleaning to like, just shit like that.
Yeah.
And, but I was involved in the industry because I was there. I was getting immersed in it. I was watching trials, and, I was volunteering, and it was fun. And I could see myself doing it. So at the same time that he's handling my case, or maybe shortly after, I decided to this is exactly what I want to do.
So what was the route there? You were still in Italy, realized you want to do it, and that's when you came to Canada, and you're like,
No, Italy was when I was 8.
oh, okay.
Back and forth in my younger years. I was born there, came here. My dad kept moving back. I guess he couldn't figure out where the fuck he wanted to live.
Yeah.
So the last time we moved here when I was 8, he had opened up a butcher shop, and that's when the accident happened, like 5-6 months in. Right? And it was such a shit time because I was so looking forward to playing hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, I could barely speak English then, and they had registered me for hockey, and this happened in the summer. And to me, that was the biggest problem. Is how am I going to play hockey in September?
Yeah.
Right? Like when you're a kid, some shit happens to you. You lose some fingers, or you get in an accident. It's almost a blessing that it happened as a kid. It's kind of like being born blind and then maybe losing your eyesight later in life. Like when you grow up with something, you just adapt easier. They say kids are resilient, and I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like, in a way, like you're still playing sports as a kid as opposed to you're an adult. Like unless you're grinding men's league like Matt. Like to be honest, like you're always gonna be like playing more sports as a kid, right?
For sure. But that was the biggest thing. That first year after that was tough, right? Because I missed a whole year of school. You're at 3, 4, 5 operations in the first few months. You're going to physiotherapy. You're going to the occupational therapist. Like school wasn't even in the discussion at that point, right? So like 1, I could barely speak English. 2, I had an injury. I'm down to sick kids 3, 4 times a week, even after I got discharged after 2 months. So like it was a really tough year, but as a kid, it didn't. I don't know. It didn't faze me. Like it sucked. I think it fazed my parents way more. And now as a parent myself, I can't even think about, or I don't want to think about what they went through for sure.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, when you think your 8-year-old gets his hand chopped off, and I was supposed to lose my arm completely. Halfway through the operation, I think that one of the doctors came out saying he's going to lose his arm from his elbow.
Damn.
And then 7 or 8 hours later, because it was like a 24-hour operation, because I went to the hospital with the machine. Like the whole meat grind. Like,
What?
Yeah, like, ever see one of those industrial meat grinders? You see on Fortinos or wherever? Those big ones?
You went to the hospital with the fucking machine?
You know the L-shaped part? Like,
yes.
Okay, so my hand went into that.
Holy
I even saw one of my fingers
fuck.
sticking out of the machine
Oh my God.
at one point.
You didn't pass out?
I didn't pass out. I don't know how my dad kept
Was
it
someone
together.
like carrying the fucking machine
So-
beside you?
Everything's a fucking blur.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember when we were there, I ended up, they had to dislodge the machine, the L-shaped part, because my hand was in it. So they rushed me to, I think it was Toronto Western maybe, and then they couldn't really deal with it because this is, I need to be with pediatric surgeons, I guess. And they sent me to sick kids, and the first 7, maybe 8 hours of the operation was just them taking the machine apart, that L-shaped part.
Holy fuck.
And then the reconstruction started. So I think the whole surgery was like 24 hours. Right. But
Wow.
halfway through that surgery, you get updates, whatever. And they apparently I was supposed to lose my arm halfway. And then they salvaged this, which is obviously better. I mean,
Yeah.
life would have been different without an arm, for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Right.
fuck. That's crazy.
I
dude.
still rode a
that's
motorcycle
wild.
when I was 19. So, it would have been a lot different.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's.
So do you do like any sports now? Like that you like?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fucking scratch golfer.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not a scratch golfer.
It had me. I'm
Me
not
too.
gonna-
I was
no,
like,
no,
alright.
no, fuck, dude.
No, I could play hockey. I played some men's league with Frank.
Yeah. And Matt?
No, not Matt.
No.
Matt's kind of beneath us.
Yeah.
He's not really at the level we want to be at.
Yeah.
But no, some hockey, some golf. Tennis was always my game. I had to relearn how to play because I was already playing tennis as a kid. A couple years after my injury, I picked it up and learned with my left hand.
Mm.
And
So
then
are you now like
You're a
predominantly?
lefty.
Yeah, I'm a lefty. Yeah.
But you were a righty, or
was a
I guess
right-
you were young.
I was right-handed, and I had, I mean, writing with my right hand. I think even hockey to some degree, I was a right. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago.
The Break Talk podcast is brought to you by Skilled Trades College. Looking to get involved with the trades but don't know where to start? Where can you find all the info, Loretto?
Head over to skilledtradescollege.ca and get the skills to pay the bills.
Yeah, I played sports growing up. I played a lot of tennis. I had to relearn when I was, 10, 11. Played a lot of competitive tennis, like Ontario Tennis Association stuff, rankings, tournaments.
Damn.
Tried to get a scholarship right through high school. There was a lot of that. But yeah, I do play sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, tennis, I mean, I don't play as often anymore because you just, just timing-wise. But yeah, if I get a chance, for sure.
And the weather sucks here.
It sucks, but you can always play indoor.
I guess,
Yeah. Tennis is one of those things that actually you
the
can go on
court.
vacation and play. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the question isn't whether or not I can play. The question is, do I fucking want to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me you were saying that do you have your sons in sports too? Are they involved in any sports?
Yeah. So I got 5 kids.
Wow.
Um,
Condoms didn't exist back then, or what's going on?
they just that's a different topic. It was Jamaica and.
Oh, I got you.
You know.
I probably have a kid somewhere too down there.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the next segment. I got 5 kids, 2 sets of twins. So the oldest ones are
2 sets of twins.
2 sets, yeah. So
Damn.
the oldest ones are 14. They play a
got
little
like-
basketball.
You got like Superman balls.
basically. Yeah.
God might have fucked you up there, but not down there, man.
Swimmers.
Yeah, man.
I've heard. Yeah, well, hey, listen, of course it happened to me.
Yeah.
If my life wasn't difficult enough, I give the guy 5 kids on top of everything else. So, anyways, yeah. So they're in sports. They played their house league, some minor stuff with hockey, not hockey so much, basketball. But their big thing is racing. They do some go-kart racing.
And then that's a sport?
It's a sport. It's a that's a good debate. I don't know. It's a sport for
Is
sure.
it?
They're
Yeah.
athletes,
Oh, okay.
but it's
They're
there's
athletes?
a business element to
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah. These guys here. I mean, maybe at go-karting, I guess it's, the physique is important, but I guess as you get up into the classes and, the G-forces increase, and yeah, these guys are pretty good athletes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen like Formula One, like reaction time and
actually watched
stuff?
F1
and
the movie.
Yeah,
forget
okay.
the reaction time. Look at their necks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do that
they
next.
do
They do
that,
that next
yeah.
shit.
Look at
Yeah,
their
so
necks.
you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the movie. Brad Pitt.
So you're an expert.
So you watched the
Exactly.
movie and now you're fucking.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
a Brad Pitt
Oh, yeah,
guy.
I watched the fucking movie.
I'm a Brad Pitt
You
guy.
like Brad Pitt, huh?
Yeah, he's solid. So I watched the movie.
He likes Brad Pitt for other reasons.
No,
He's
no.
into him.
I like Brad Pitt, Leo. They're up on my list. Keanu Reeves underrated, but anyways, that's another segment.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Just,
But
can't-
yeah, you know what? I would consider that a sport.
it's a sport. No, you need a lot of skill.
100%.
I mean, there's a lot of debate with sports, right? Like,
Yeah.
what makes a sport a sport? And I think I've had this debate with a bunch of people.
So have I,
Is
actually.
bowling a sport?
No.
Is golf a sport?
No.
Technically, it is.
What, bowling?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
is a sport something you need to be in top peak physical condition? Like golfing, you look at someone like John Daly, right? Like he's the Masters winner,
Yeah.
but he's also not,
He's not your
So
typical
you-
athlete.
I guess sports is anything that you can compete at a high level with someone with.
is chess a sport?
Yes.
I don't know if that's a sport.
It's not.
Really, you consider
it-
chess a sport?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we're considering go-karting a sport, then
Dude, that is on way too
well,
different
I'm,
fucking
well,
levels.
I'm like, you're still competing with someone at a high level.
Yeah. Well,
Just
Well, hold on. Let's
now, are they athletes? No,
let's interject.
that's two different.
Is it a sport or is it a game?
chess is
It's a
well,
competitive game. Which,
Okay.
which I consider.
Chess is a game.
So can a game be a sport?
Yes.
So the question is, do you need to be an athlete
Well,
to participate in a sport?
Is bowling a game?
I don't know.
No.
Have you watched
What is it?
I don't know.
Have you watched Kingpin?
No, I haven't.
Well, actually, it's funny because the guy's missing a bunch of fingers like me. So maybe it is a sport. The movie.
But he's,
Woody,
he's a bowler?
he's a bowler. Yeah, Woody
Okay.
Harrelson. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, should watch
Okay.
that movie.
I won't. But I will say that I think anything with bowling.
No, you're gonna watch Brad Pitt, of course.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
sticks to,
Brad
he
Pitt's
sticks
on
to
it.
I
his
still haven't
style.
watched that Brad Pitt movie you told me.
Moneyball.
Yeah, I haven't watched like the biggest Brad Pitt movie, but I'm a
Yeah, I know, he's fucked.
I know, but I'm a Brad Pitt guy. I know.
Yeah, he's
I know.
fucked.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Look, it's a sport for sure.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the more. I mean, I think the average F1 driver loses like 10 pounds of body weight in a race.
Yeah, that's like they're in a
that in
Like their
sauna.
body
Basically.
goes,
They just
their
fucking
body goes
sweat.
through like
Yeah.
shit kicking, So yeah, they got to be their reaction time. So yeah, it's a sport. So my kids are doing that. We travel a lot and they're pretty competitive. One is getting into a national level, not just club racing. The other one's been more national for some time, and we're actually going to I think Texas or Florida in January, do some racing over the
Wow.
winter. So yeah, the
The
other ones,
travel for that is probably everywhere, eh?
it could be, yeah. You can go to Europe, you can go to the States, you can go to South America. There's, it's it just depends on how big your wallet is.
So yeah. So how do you because what do you have to do? You have your own cart.
So yeah,
And then how do you travel? You put that
So
in your carry-on. Like,
No,
what
no,
the
but I'm
fuck
saying
you mean?
But I'm saying it's like how's the process with that? You
Oh,
know
okay.
what I mean? Like
okay. Yeah.
so
Good question.
at least
Yeah.
in our case, there's a team. We have a team here and a team in the U.S. So a lot of the Canadian races were with one team here. They store the cart, they store the engines. The kids just show up. They do their practice days. In the U.S., they have a team over there. So I think the team's based out of Miami. So they store all the equipment. We just show up a few days before the race weekend. They do all their testing, simulations and
that's a lot
that. So we're not transport. I could be.
Yeah.
It's all, and at the end, it's all budget dependent, right? Like if you don't have the funds to be part of a big team, you're hauling your trailer down the I-75, to get to
Fuck,
Florida.
that's pretty
It's so it really there's no real set way to do it. You just at the end of the day, you just show up the track, and whether you're part of a big team or just you're privateering yourself with your own pop-up tent, there's different ways.
You couldn't have put them in like fucking soccer?
I tried.
Oh, they
I fucking tried.
Yeah.
And then I got myself a go-kart when I was like in 2018, and you got a bunch of 7-year-olds going to the garage and saying, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh,
it's
that's
a
how
go kart.
so it's your fault.
What's that? It's an engine.
Yeah.
And then they came to the track and watched me do it. And like, of course, they're gonna fucking quit. You know,
Yeah.
time
Soccer's
for
no longer
fun,
cool anymore.
Soccer. You know,
Yeah.
like,
House league goalie.
yeah. What
Yeah,
is this
it's
shit?
like-
You know, it just wasn't cool. You know, going 60K an hour when you're 80 years old seemed, you know, when
Yeah.
8 years old seemed a lot more fun.
Yeah, that's crazy at that age.
Yeah.
Adam can't drive a normal car now. He fucking drives into the fucking tree.
You can't drive?
No,
he-
I
yeah,
can
he
drive.
can't drive.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I could drive. Yeah, I mean, I just fell asleep one time and he just.
You got to stop thinking about Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
and Leo
He's like
DiCaprio
fucking
and whatever
dreaming
the
off.
fuck you're thinking about.
I literally fell asleep.
Focus on the
driving.
road, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it happens. Like I said, like it was it happened a long time ago. So like 2018, maybe.
I don't know, man.
Did you fall asleep on the road?
Yeah, flat out.
Well, after this segment, we can sign you up.
Yeah, get you on the first one.
Who are you gonna sue? The road?
Yeah, the
Fuck.
hydro pull I hit,
We'll
man.
figure it out.
Yeah, we
But
gotta
no,
do
all kidding aside, yeah, no, they're racing, you know, and actually my other son, actually, speaking of UFC, he's got a big competition in December, provincials. He does jujitsu.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
So he's in Niagara Falls. So
Is
yeah.
he training at that gym, Niagara Top Team?
No, he's training at
Oh.
some local gym here in Woodbridge. They're just a jujitsu gym.
Got you.
They don't do the whole like MMA style. It's just one discipline. But he's a pretty tough kid, and he rolls with the adults. And
Nice.
yeah,
That's sick.
so he's,
That's
yeah.
good self-defense.
And I know
man.
nothing about that sport, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's and actually all my kids, all of them but one is doing it. So the girls are doing it. The girls keeps winning gold medals at
Wow.
competitions.
Dana White preaches that shit.
Honestly,
He does.
I see what they go through. They're on the ground rolling after 2 hours. They're drenched.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's real
it's-
cardio.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
next level.
Send
And
him to Dagestan for 2 to 3 years.
can you imagine?
You get a fucking UFC champion right
you
there.
imagine? Yeah.
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 Are you? Oh yeah.
Well, you know, my kids are half Russian, half Ukrainian, anyways, and
Oh,
it's a big
yeah,
sport
yeah.
out there. So, like, yeah, they got it's in the gene, I guess. But they like it.
Dagestan.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll ship them off for other reasons, but whatever.
Get them out of the house.
Get them out of the house. But no, they're doing that. So the other ones are basically it. Yeah, the other ones in jujitsu, some basketball. Yeah, sports is a big thing. We enjoy it. I enjoy it.
So you must be probably an F1 guy.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So have you been to any of the
Yeah.
events?
The races?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been. I try to go every couple of years to a race. You know, we usually get a big group of guys. We'll go have a
Mhm.
good time, and it's funny because when I go with like 10 or 11 guys, there's like 2 or 3 of us are really into the racing.
I was just about
Like,
to ask.
We're really into it. Like
Yeah.
I'm there on Thursday afternoon, you know, and I'm looking at like sector times, and you know,
Yeah.
while I'm eating a fucking fish taco, I'm like really into like the actual racing. The other guys are just shopping or whatever. They're not
Yeah.
really
I was about to
interested in-
ask, is it more of an event or are people there for the actual sport itself?
I think
Some
the
mix.
sport got really popular in the last 6-7 years.
Because the
you know,
Brad Pitt movie.
or even before that, the Netflix
Brad-
series. You really
Oh.
like Brad Pitt, eh?
No, man, I'm just telling you the facts. I think
Nah, see?
I didn't know what
Go
it
watch
was.
Moneyball if you want to
I
fucking.
know, I
like,
gotta watch Moneyball. The thing is, I don't watch movies. Like I went to the movie theater one time and
Just
it
play
was,
Madden for fucking 7 hours straight.
Yeah, I play Madden. But yeah. Anyways,
No, okay. So hold on. So, what'd you ask me?
No, I got a question for you.
I know you keep mentioning Brad Pitt, and I
No,
fucking
no,
lose
hey,
train
wait,
of
hold on,
thought.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
Brad
Do you
Pitt just
like-
doesn't stop.
Do you like Brad Pitt?
I mean,
Like, where would you put him on actors? Would you put him as a top
yeah, he's a top actor.
10?
What would you rate
Yeah,
him out
he's
of 10,
top.
Adam?
Yeah, he's top
I would
10.
say he's a top 10 actor.
So he's a 10 out of 10?
That's not what I said. I said he's a top 10 actor.
Okay.
Would you agree?
I think he's a good actor.
Where would you put him in the top 10?
Dude, why are we talking about fucking Brad Pitt
his
right
answer is
now?
yes. Top 10?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, okay. Well, look, if he's in a movie,
the movie you're gonna go.
I'll
Yeah,
probably go watch it, right?
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I, did.
mean,
That's what I did.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what I saw. Anyways, watch the movie with Brad Pitt. Long
He's
story
satisfied
short,
now.
yeah, I'm good. I
Yeah,
got my
he's
fix.
He's
So I
fucking
watched.
hard, too.
I watched the movie and I realized like, dude, this shit's like a sport. That's when I realized it was a sport. Because all I honestly thought it was before is like who has like which car company has the most money. Because it's like whichever they put the most money into the car, most likely going to win. And then you kind of realize like
Yeah.
the
so,
competition aspect.
So there, for sure, you're right in that regard. There's, I mean, money plays a big part of it, but yeah, they're definitely athletes, and you know, like I think even before Brad Pitt, Netflix did a lot to make the sport like stupid popular.
Yeah,
You know?
that's that
So
series.
when I was like maybe in my 20s, okay, or maybe late teens, if you wanted to watch a Formula One race, it was on TSN. I think it was only an hour long, so to go to commercial, and then 8 laps will go by, and after 30 seconds of commercials, like it wasn't popular at all, right? It was just enthusiasts watching racing. It was popular, but not like today. Today, you go to the track, and the amount of women at the track is incredible.
Yeah.
Like just as spectators.
Because
right?
it's an event now.
Netflix just humanized everything,
Yeah,
and
made
it
it
became
mainstream.
really popular. Ticket prices went from like $500 to $1,000. It just then destinations like Miami and Las Vegas, and all of a sudden the race is on. They got the pre-race, the post-race show, and you got half the race there. You can hear the drivers cursing at each other. Like they've really gone a long way in making it very entertaining. So it's more like an event now. It's like a traveling circus with athletes.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
That's what I think it is, because
Yeah,
they tear down all that shit, fucking put on a plane to travel across the globe to reset it up, and to do a race, and half the spectacle is not even about the racing; it's about the personalities and who's saying what, and So that's kind of the best way I can describe it. But always keep in mind, it's a sport.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. You're a Ferrari fan.
What gives it away? The jacket I walked in with.
The
but you
salami slicer that took off your fucking hand.
Meat grinder, asshole.
Grinder.
Fuck.
The fucking I don't know. The fact that you live in Italy, I'm just gonna assume.
Yeah, but dude,
you're-
you can't call yourself like a F1 fan and like Lewis Hamilton. You know what I mean? Like that's just too like,
what?
dude.
What are you
because
saying?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. Because it's like I can call myself a Lewis Hamilton fan.
Why?
Because everyone
He's
knows
arguably
it.
one of the greatest drivers.
Yeah,
of all time.
I know, but it's like
Yeah, but he doesn't like Ferrari because Lewis Hamilton.
Okay.
He just moved there.
okay. So me as someone who loves to call out bandwagons, because I am a bandwagon. I can tell when someone's a bandwagon. I need substance. Why? I wanted you to debate me on why Lewis Hamilton is not the GOAT. Then I would have been like, dude, this guy's a fucking fan.
Why he's not the GOAT?
Yeah, like you got to tell me someone I've never heard of.
Well, I don't
and-
think he is
and
the
pull
GOAT.
up-
I don't think
oh,
he is
there
the
we
GOAT.
go. Okay.
But I think he's top 3 GOAT.
Okay, that's cool. I'll take that.
I mean, he's right there in the conversation.
Because if
Where do
someone
you
were
put Max?
Fuck, it's
The
so
fuck is
hard, man.
Max?
You got different generations. These cars are so technologically advanced. Okay, all things being equal, if Schumacher's still racing and Senna's still racing and he's not dead, and Hamilton, I think these guys are within like 1/10 of each other. Like they're that good. Like those guys are like, there's elite levels, then there's the high elite levels. I think those guys are all in the high elite level. You can't win multiple championships and and Lewis Hamilton didn't come from any money either. Like that guy came on pure talent. His father's got his go-kart in the back of a station wagon in England, traveling from track to track.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure. That his father had 3-4 jobs. Verstappen had his dad who was an F1 driver, so they had that in, right? So like, I don't know. They're all good, man. They're all really good. Those guys are different level.
Who's your favorite? And don't say Lewis Hamilton.
Max
Max who?
Verstappen.
Okay, all right. What car does he drive?
What?
What car does he drive for?
Red Bull.
Oh, does he? Okay, he doesn't know fuck all. But I don't know fuck all either.
I don't know, man. Like he seems to know a lot more here.
I'm not calling myself like I'm a casual
no,
F1.
what I
like,
thought you were gonna say
You
was
asked me who
I
Max
actually
drives for.
I actually thought you were gonna be like, oh, dude, like Lewis Hamilton, he's the GOAT, and I'd have been like, oh shit, like wow, I could say the same shit, but we're not F1. Like we don't know too much about it. All I know is I watched the movie, so
with Brad Pitt.
With Brad
Put a
Pitt.
fucking zin in your mouth and fuck off. Okay. Mario, we're gonna go to break time right now. So this segment is called Build Your GOAT. All right. So
All right.
you get 4 categories.
All right.
I'm gonna list you the 4 categories. You have to list an athlete in each one that you think is the best suits that one, right? So mindset, athleticism, clutch factor, and trash talk. So
Well, what's
So
the third
basically,
one?
you got to build your GOAT.
yeah, you're building
So you
like
have to
your
pick-
best athlete.
Yeah, you got to pick one athlete for
Yeah.
each category.
Okay, name the athlete.
No.
No,
So
you
you're
pick
gonna
the
pick
athlete.
the athlete.
Yeah.
So he's gonna list the
Yeah, I'll pick an
characteristics.
athlete.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
In whatever
can't-
sport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Whatever
any
sport.
sport. except F1 because it's not a sport. And
No, you can- no, F1,
Okay.
All right, well,
And I'm kidding.
just to piss this guy off, I'm gonna fucking pick only drivers.
Yeah, you should. You
But
should.
you can only pick one. You can only pick one for each. So
Like
you
what-
can't
you
put
can't
like
repeat
Lewis
names.
Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton. You know what I mean?
No, just different drivers in the same sport.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so who has the best mindset as an athlete?
Lewis Hamilton. No, I'm kidding.
Mario Cariati. No. Best mindset,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Most athleticism.
Michael Jordan. I'll pick someone else. Athleticism.
Yeah. Could be anyone, any sport, any like it could be.
Rafa Nadal.
Okay. You went to tennis. You didn't know who that was.
Nope.
Yeah. I know you didn't. You looked at me like if I could get
Yeah,
clutch
oh
factor.
fuck, he drops.
I thought he
Yeah,
said
you-
Ronaldinho.
Where's my phone? Let me Google who's Rafa Nadal.
I was gonna tell him not pull him up.
Clutch factor. The most clutch athlete.
Clutch athlete.
Can be in any sport.
Messi.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
Trash talk.
Trash talk. Mike Tyson.
Okay. I like it. Okay, so your athlete has the mindset of Michael Jordan, the athleticism of, who'd you say again?
Rafa Nadal.
Rafa Nadal, clutch factor of Lionel Messi, and the trash talk of Iron Mike Tyson.
That's solid.
That's actually a pretty good
solid.
athlete.
Yeah.
So if you were to build that up into one, what sport would you put him into?
I
I swear to God, if you say it.
If you say, I'm putting him in the car. I'm putting him in the fucking Ferrari.
I'm putting him in fucking chess. Because you think chess is a sport?
He's gonna fucking knock the guy out.
He's gonna
Yes,
shit talk
yes.
him.
Like, his eyes are
Bite
gonna
his
pierce
ear off.
through the fucking checkers board. What sport? Probably, yeah, UFC or some MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be. That's
Yeah, I didn't mention anyone in MMA because I'm not too familiar with the sport. I know some personalities, but yeah, for sure, you need a bit of everything in that sport.
Yeah,
It seems like
No,
you,
yeah,
need,
for
you,
sure.
need, you need the trash talking
For
big
sure.
time. You gotta
When I hear
someone.
trash talk, I instantly think Conor McGregor. Like that's the fucking one thing that comes to my head. Conor McGregor is
it's-
like,
and you know
the
what?
biggest shit
I'm
talker.
sure it's a physical sport, but like everything else,
It's mental.
It's mental.
Oh, it's
like
huge.
80%'s mental,
100%.
right? You got to be like really jacked and psyched up
Yeah.
to be in that sport.
You sign a waiver, fucking to die.
Yeah.
All right, Mario. Now it's time for the other segment of the show. It's time to build your parlay. So basically, we got 5 hot takes lined up for you, and then your job is to pick 3 that you're gonna ride with throughout. So you have to
That
pick.
you believe is true.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay,
you
got it,
believe the
okay,
most
alright.
is true.
Okay.
Okay. So you may not know what the fuck I'm saying, but do your best. Okay. Because I'm doing my best too.
Here we go.
Evidently.
So Max Verstappen will retire with Red Bull. Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT over Michael Schumacher. So Ferrari will win a Constructors' Championship before Juventus wins the Serie A again. Serie A. The Habs will win the Cup in the next 5 years. Italy will miss the World Cup for the 3rd year in a row. Please don't ask me to fucking read that again.
So I got to pick 3 that
You
are
got to
true.
pick 3. Yeah.
Okay,
That
so-
you believe is true. Here, give
All
me
right.
the fucking piece of paper. Fuck, dude. So
All right.
do you think Verstappen will retire with Red Bull?
No.
Okay. Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT over Schumacher or no?
No.
Okay, so you're literally, these 3 have to be true then. Unless you want to, so you think Ferrari will win a Constructors' Championship before Juve wins the Serie A again?
100%.
Okay. Habs will win a cup in the next 5 years?
100%.
Okay. Italy will miss the World Cup for the 3rd year in a row?
1000%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Did you
I
watch
didn't-
a game 2 days ago?
Yeah, I know, but they got the
fucking
playoffs
atrocious,
now. They
man.
got the playoffs now. I know, but they just shit the
They
bed.
should
They just
honestly
fucking
just
shit the bed.
fucking like start from scratch.
Yeah,
They're terrible.
yeah. I think they
you
got to
guys are
bring more
young. I
young
come from a
blood.
generation where like 30 years ago, their B team would destroy this team.
Yeah, I
The
know.
people on the bench.
I just don't think they got that fire anymore.
Like they
I
had
don't know
Del
what it
Piero's
is.
coming off the bench 20 years ago.
I know, it's fucked.
Like arguably one of the best strikers of all time off the bench.
Yeah.
Like, do you even know any of these players?
Me, no, I couldn't name you anyone on Italy anymore.
I could.
Could you?
But
I mean,
the thing is,
I mean,
right now,
there-
they're
there's
missing.
no big game players that you know about that are
They're
all retired.
like FIFA top 10 strikers. Like, none of them are Italian.
No.
You
But
know,
the
there was
thing is
always
that we're
people
not
there.
developing them. We're not bringing up the young talent. We're not encouraging. Like, look at Yamin Lamar. Like, this is someone, a prodigy that they put through the Euro Cup. He excelled and he became this guy. But because they gave him opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, give these kids opportunity. You're not developing these kids to the program.
What's up, guys? Quick intermission here. If you're enjoying this week's episode of the podcast, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and rate us.
And leave a fucking review too. All right, let's get back to it. The program.
I think the problem, and again, maybe this is before your time, but after they won the last World Cup,
Did you fucking do it already? Hurry up. Go do it.
Cannavaro said
That's
it.
my favorite player.
Said it. Okay. He goes, he feels bad for Italian soccer. They got no one coming up.
Oh, really?
He actually said that.
Damn.
It's like it's there if you Google it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And no one knew what he meant because they just won the World Cup. That team was stacked with talent. And in the last 20 years, can you name one player that is at that level, like Golden Ball, like Golden Boot, whatever the fuck the award is? Like, there's no one. It's sad, right?
It's true.
So I think the problem isn't even start them at 18. They just don't have any. They don't have like a player like Yamal coming up.
No.
Maybe they're too focused on fucking tattooing their whole left leg. You know, I don't know.
It's true.
I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe you know, play soccer and just play soccer well, and you know, just stop focusing on everything else and develop it well. You know, the organization. Like, you know what? Canada, being a tennis guy, they were always okay in tennis. You know, they never really had any top 10 players. I mean, they would creep up a little bit here and there, and then about 15 years ago, they moved Tennis Canada to Montreal. They changed the whole outlook of how they're going to develop Canadian tennis players. And if you were 12 and really talented, you know, you had the option to move to the training center in Montreal. And the goal in mind was to create exceptional tennis players on the world stage. Look, you know, Dennis, Felix, these are all top 10 players competing. I mean, they're
They
not
have
top
gone
3,
up.
but they've gone big time.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. is nowhere.
But you know what?
They got
though?
Taylor Fritz. I mean,
all of Canada's sports have grown.
But again, it comes from like you need to like.
It's money. They got to pump money into these into these programs to breed these people.
You need the right leaders. You know,
Yeah.
like you know, Hockey Canada, I guess, has had right. You know, the leaders. You know, like it's not just the money's important, but the mindset has to be very clear. You got to develop that. What's the goal? Because right now, Italy, they want to win, but they can't. They're horrible to watch.
Yeah, fuck.
Like I had to stop watching the game. It was just bad. So like, I don't know, that's what they need to do. They got to reinvent the wheel there. They're capable, I'm sure, but you know, the product right now is terrible.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad to think about.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, 4-time World Cup champions, Euro. Only 4 years ago, they won the Euro.
I know.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
weird.
It's like-
It's
but that's-
weird to
that's-
think about.
Which
That's
kind
not
of
the
fucking
same
surprised
team.
everyone.
Yeah, that
Going
was,
into the tournament, no one thought they were going to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I
But
think
they
we
just
got
put it
lucky in that
together.
Spain game though.
Got lucky. But you know what? You make your own luck. You
Yeah.
play well enough, you make your own luck.
Yeah,
You know?
it's true. You need luck to win championships.
Of course, yeah.
I
You need that
truly
ball
believe
to
that.
bounce a certain way, that ref to miss a call. Like
Yeah.
something's got to happen.
Yeah.
But you kind of make, you know, 99% of the time you make your own luck. You play hard and, you know, you deserve to be there. But this team, yeah. So your parlay, yeah, sorry.
Dude, I still don't even know what a constructors championship is.
What do you mean, man?
That's like the thing you win. I thought it was Grand Picks or Peaks.
No, it's like construction.
Picks, grand picks.
Grand Picks, no?
Construction, like hammers and drills.
No,
and-
it's the race. That's the big title.
Yeah, construction just means a team,
Oh,
right? So like there's the individual championship, the drivers championship,
yeah.
because it's a team sport. Well, not really.
There's
There's two drivers.
There's two drivers.
So
Yeah.
McLaren versus Ferrari versus Williams. There's the team. They combine the points, and one is a constructors championship.
So
Team,
that's
the
what
two
it's
drivers
called.
together,
Gotcha.
and then the individual, which is the drivers championship.
Like McLaren's killing it this year.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't think that there's a Ferrari driver that can win the individual championship right now, but the team Ferrari, you know, they're always second, third. They're there,
Okay.
right? I mean, not this year.
Where's Lewis at? He's done.
He's
I
had a
don't know,
bad
man.
year.
He's struggling.
Oh yeah.
He's had a bad year.
He's also 40 years old.
Yeah,
41.
he
He doesn't
hang.
look old.
No,
hang
he
it up.
doesn't. But like, he just went to this team. I mean, Leclerc's been there for a decade. He knows the car. He knows the team. You know, this is the last year of this current car. Over the next year, the cars are going to look completely different. They're, the engines requirements, more hybrid technology, smaller cars. So all the teams have been developing for that for next year. So it looks like Ferrari hasn't developed a car at all this year. McLaren did a good job last year developing this car. So next year is the first year with all the new rule changes. So
I heard there was a bunch of new ones. Yeah.
Yeah, next year. I'm not up to speed with all of them, but if you look at the cars, they're going to be a lot smaller.
Is Cadillac coming into it next year?
Cadillac's coming in.
Damn, they got
Is it
Cadillac
20?
in there now?
Yeah.
Damn.
Cadillac got
And
a team.
Audi too, no? Not I don't think next year, but they're coming up.
Yeah. They're going to be in there, and but Cadillac, I don't think they're going to be using GM engines, or maybe I'm wrong about that. There's only 3 engine manufacturers in Formula One, so a lot of these teams will use a Ferrari engine. Like Haas uses Ferrari engines.
But isn't that like their like sister team or whatever, and they kind of like pass down?
It's sort
like
of like a sister team or like a second cousin team or something like that, right? Like it's they're not really the same team, but Ferrari supplies them the power units. Right, so like Ollie Bierman, for example, is a Ferrari driver, phenomenal 18, 19-year-old. He's racing with Haas with the goal that he's probably going to creep into Ferrari, in the next year or
so
two.
it's like their farm team almost.
Kind of,
something like that.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, but yeah, there's your parlay for you.
Yeah.
Did you feel bad when Lewis Hamilton's dog died?
Yeah, I did.
Dude,
you know why
honestly,
I felt bad? You know why I felt bad?
It's so weird. Like, honestly, like, it's posted on House of Highlights and Bleacher Report that fucking Lewis Hamilton's dog died. It's like, holy fuck, man. Like, what a media stunt. Like, I'm not saying I don't feel bad for the guy. I've been there, but like, fuck, man.
Hey, different strokes for different folks. I don't know. Everyone likes something different. But you know why I did feel bad? And I'll tell you why I felt bad. Because that dog looked just like my old dog that died. I had an English bulldog years ago.
So, okay, well.
So whatever. I felt bad. But no, I mean, I read the article.
Did he race
I
like
felt
shit
bad.
that weekend?
I don't think there was a race. I think there was an event and he just couldn't attend. He just left the country and whatever. But there's some images of that thing, that poor dog was just
It's the richest dog ever, eh?
What?
It's the richest dog ever.
I think
Probably-
he's got like 3 million followers.
That's so
The dog?
fucked.
The dog? Yeah. I think
No,
the
his dog was like
I
a
think the
second
dog's got-
personality, bro.
I think the dog's got, more followers than anyone I know. Like it's famous.
Yeah.
I mean, in that circle, right? What was his name? Roscoe?
I don't fucking know.
Anyways, yeah. No, did I feel bad? Yeah, I guess. I mean,
No.
You
Anyways.
didn't feel bad?
No. But what I will say is what people
fucking
do
heartless,
want.
man.
No, dude. Like, why? It shouldn't
He
have,
got his heart for Brad Pitt, man. Brad
Dude,
Pitt
it
only.
shouldn't make the Bleacher Report. Like, I shouldn't be scrolling on my feed wanting to see a Wemby poster on Draymond Green, and I see about Lewis Hamilton's dog.
Who?
Wemby, Victor Wembanyama.
What the fuck's that?
Okay.
Women, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you okay? Whew.
Yeah. I don't know. My poor dog died. Whatever.
No,
I mean,
I feel bad. I love dogs. I'm an animal guy, but
clearly
yeah, no, I am.
He's a rabbit guy.
rabbit.
I got a pet rabbit.
He eats rabbits.
You eat rabbits?
I do.
That's
Yeah.
what he was slicing up.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
You wouldn't have got your
did
hands.
you bring
though.
that the salami? We can start cutting it up now.
Yeah, fuck. I
And
left
bring
it.
it out.
I left it at home. I left it at home.
Starving.
I know.
But
Mario,
yeah,
people want to know what it's like being a lawyer. Like, it's kind of cool, no? Like, what's your everyday look like, day to day? Like, is it you just go to the office, deal with bullshit, leave type deal?
yeah,
Straight up. Are you like 9 to 5? 9 to 5?
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much 9 to 5, 10 to 4, something. 9
Whenever
to
the
5,
fuck you want.
basically. But no, I'm there for the core hours, right? I'll get there about. You know what? I try to get there for 9. I mean, having 5 kids, being a single dad, it's not the easiest thing sometimes. But I'm there from 9 to about 4:30. I don't really handle too many files anymore. I made a big decision about 5 years ago that I was running the office. We had at one point 40 employees, and I was handling 200 cases at the same time. Like I was doing nothing well. So I hired a business coach, and they told me, pick. Do you want to sort of be the CEO of the company, or do you want to be the lawyer and hire a CEO? Like, you can't do both. You're gonna break. And sure enough, I was breaking. So now I handle just enough to keep my skills, maybe 3, 4, 5 cases a year, things I can pick and choose. But I'm doing a lot of office development stuff, marketing, team building, laughing a lot. Like it's a good vibe at the office. We have good people, and they've been with me forever. So like my day goes by pretty smooth. There's always, you can see me, trying to settle a case or trying to figure out what the fuck's wrong with the photocopier. I don't know.
I feel like that'd be a good scene.
Yeah.
Do you have any like crazy cases or stories about specific cases that were just like insane
Yeah.
that you're able to share, of course?
Yeah, we sued a couple of podcasters a couple of years ago. I can share them. There's no issue with sharing them. I mean, my industry is all about accidents, right?
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, mine is probably the craziest story. An 8-year-old with a hand in a meat grinder, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get crazier than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
You know, there was, a case sometime, this wasn't really in my industry, but, it was more of an insurance claim where some, guy got injured 3 different times in the same incident.
It's kind of funny, no?
Well,
How bad was the injury?
He broke a couple legs.
Oh.
It was pretty bad.
Wait, he got injured 3 times?
In the same incident by 3, yeah. Well, there's a backstory to it.
There has to be.
All right, so like my parents were in insurance,
Mhm.
like as brokers. So, I mean, this will be, I've never gotten a case like this. Yeah, I think if I looked at it, it'd be like, holy shit. But anyways, old Italian guy. Actually, let me back up. On Monday morning was the day that you got, the claims came in. One of your clients got into a car accident or whatever. So anyways, they got a claim in that morning where some guy broke both his legs in an explosion at home.
Oh, shit. That's not funny.
Right? So apparently what happened was the older Italian guy, he comes home. This is like in the early 90s. And he has to take a dump. So he goes straight upstairs, takes a dump in his washroom, and he lights a smoke
While he's taking a
while
shit?
he's taking a shit.
Yeah.
And he, at the end of his smoke, he just dumps a cigarette in the toilet, and the fucking thing explodes. The toilet explodes.
Fuck?
Right? So
So shit's all over the wall at this point.
yeah, there's fucking, he's over there. There's fucking half the ceramic is over there. There's shit on the walls. So what happened was his wife, who worked at some factory, decided to bring home some industrial cleaner, thinking that it'd be good for the toilets to clean it,
Oh.
but never told him.
Holy
dumped it on-
fuck.
Right?
dump
So
in the
he
toilet.
comes home, goes and takes a shit, smokes a cigarette,
Mhm.
dumps it, and the thing explodes, breaks his leg, and a bunch of
Damn.
other injuries. So then the paramedics show up.
Oh,
Right,
that's
so-
probably insane.
So he's on a stretcher, and they're going down the stairs, and the wife is saying exactly what happened, describing the story, and I think one of them starts to chuckle and laughs and drops him, okay, and breaks the other leg.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so like it was a fucking broken leg
what?
scenario. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could tell you a really fucking crazy case
Yeah,
of mine,
yeah,
but
yeah.
nothing's been that crazy.
damn.
like-
So he obviously tried to sue the paramedic.
I think at that point there,
At that point.
there was just it was a home insurance claim that my parents got. They they insured the home, but I don't know whatever happened to that. I mean, I was still in high school at the time, but I remember my parents. I used to volunteer at the office too, and this claim came in. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
That's
Like a
fucked.
house claim, 2 broken legs, maybe, I guess. Yeah, for sure. A case like that, maybe you're suing the paramedics for dropping you and breaking the other leg. Maybe you're suing your wife for,
Throwing that
bringing
stuff
fucking
down.
industrial
Yeah,
cleaner
yeah,
out.
yeah.
It was just crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
Do you get a lot of people that call in and it's just like, because I'm sure you get a lot of people calling in and it's like they're kind of reaching for stuff just to kind of get, and you kind of know a guy's like, this guy's 100%
You know what?
full of shit.
You know what? In the first 5 years of my career, I took everything I can get.
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up spending money and you realize, holy shit, this is fraud, or this is this, or, you just get rid of the case, or, it's just not worth it. Someone's exaggerating. Now we have a good system. We know we've done this long enough that, there's certain markers we look for, and sometimes a case slips through the cracks, we sign it up. And then 2 months in, we realize, the guy's in Cuba playing volleyball, and saying that he can't work.
Mm.
So yeah, there's a lot of that for sure in the industry, but we've done a good job really trying to represent people that are actually hurt, actually going through some serious times in their life, and but I guess after 20 years you're able to see and spot a lot of that. We've handled over 15,000 cases.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
So how can you, like, what are some markers? Well, you don't have to share us your secret or else there goes your law firm. But what are some things that you've noticed that you and your team kind of see that's like, that's kind of.
If they walk in looking like Brad Pitt right off the fucking bat, we're not.
100%.
He's not injured.
Well, if they look too good,
not
you know,
Yeah.
no, they gotta look the part. No, what are the things we look for? Honestly, just a way of assessing their
Yeah,
credibility.
because you're probably like a good like lie detector like person too, because you can probably tell when like someone's lying too, like pretty much off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a pretty good. So that's one
Look
of
at
the.
him in the face and say that you don't think Brad Pitt's attractive.
Yeah. Let's try this.
Oh my god, I'm too nervous.
No, you know what it is? Like we have a good system where, you know, well, look, if someone, we're talking about injuries that you can't see, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
if
the
someone's got a
thing.
broken leg, they got a broken leg from an accident, right? If they got a bunch of facial fractures, you know, but it's the soft tissue stuff. It's the stuff where it's psychological. You can gauge it. You can, you know, when you talk to someone, you know if they're actually in pain. You after you interview them, have they gone to the doctor? Are they going to the doctor? Are they in any treatment? Are they still working? Are they not working? Or are they saying things like, I can work, but I'm in fucking terrible pain? Like there's just ways to gauge it that, you know, you figure out. And sometimes, you know, it happens that we miss it. But when you request a medical file 3-4 months in and they haven't been at the doctor once, you know, we know what we're dealing with at that point.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any like crazy shit in court? You got any like cool court stories?
Yeah.
Mm.
But not really court related.
No, obviously just something, you know, like
There's no shit in the wall in the court.
yeah.
I saw some guy fake a seizure.
Really?
Just some random guy who was, you know, he faked a seizure in court to try and stop the proceeding.
That I'm assuming didn't work.
And the paramedics show up and apparently, you know, he had done this before.
Oh,
So he was known to do shit like this.
Wow.
Yeah, and like, I mean, here I am. I'm a second-year lawyer. I'm like,
Were you representing him?
no. But I mean, I'm trying to deal with my own case, and there's this, you know, this guy, you know, obviously looking like he's suffering, having a seizure, and we're telling the judge maybe we should stop what we're doing here and, you know, attend to this. And the paramedics show up. That was, you know, for sure my first year. That was kind of weird. Maybe first or second year.
Fuck.
But no, I mean, that's the other misconception too. We're in court a lot, but trials don't happen often anymore. Like very few cases actually ever go to trial. Maybe 3-4% of all the
Really?
cases.
Why?
Yeah, too expensive. Yeah, too many adverse cost risks. You know, like we live in a loser pay system, so you can sue someone, but if you don't win, you got to pay all the other side's legal costs. So you have a case that's worth $50,000, and if you're not successful, you might owe the other lawyer, the other party, $100,000 in costs. So they encourage to settle. Mediations is a big thing, like alternative dispute resolution, but actual full-blown jury trials, they happen, but they're not common.
That's probably a big case, right?
That or it could be it's probably something bigger, or sometimes it's not so much a big case, but it's you don't know how the action happened or what the facts are, and it needs to go to trial. There needs to be a decision maker because one party thinks no, you're responsible. The other party thinks you're responsible, and the only way to figure this out is to have a judge or a jury figure it out, right? Those types of cases, sure, but if you're rear-ended or, you know, and there's liability is not a big issue and the injuries are what they are, those type of cases don't go. But, you know, they could, but it's not common anymore.
Yeah. Are there any like misconceptions people have about lawyers, specifically personal injury lawyers? Like, because I feel like lawyers are always like when I was growing up, it was either like hit the trades or become a doctor or a lawyer, like that, in type of mentality growing up. Now, is there like because when I hear like lawyer, I'm like, oh shit, like.
It's interesting because I didn't like, as much as I always wanted to be a lawyer, wasn't really.
I feel like you don't fit in with lawyers.
I don't have many lawyer friends.
There you go.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of my friends are in the trades.
Oh.
Right? Mechanics.
Cool people.
Very cool people. Very cool people. Very happy people too. Right?
Yeah.
Like my buddy, you know, he builds 6-7 homes a year. Maybe not so much now, but in the last couple of years. You know, he works hard it's 3 months off in the winter. He's on vacation with his family. Like, he does well. Like, he enjoys his job. I know lawyers that are happy too. Like, I really enjoy what I do. I think it's the mindset, but I don't know. I wasn't, as much as I wanted to be a lawyer, it wasn't really because of the status thing. It kind of, like I said, it kind of fell onto me.
Yeah.
Going through my experience. So the misconceptions that it's it's hard for me to even gauge it, because when you're in it, you know, I've had people say, "Well, you're a lawyer. Your parents must be proud." I'm like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, who
yeah,
gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't want, if my kids don't want to be lawyers, that's why I was asking a bunch of questions, right? Like, what do they want to do? I don't really, like, it's, the misconception is that they're powerful, you make money or this. Not, I mean, you do and you don't. I know lawyers that are dirt poor.
Mhm.
You know, I know plumbers that are really rich.
Mhm.
You know, I think it's, if you can monetize anything. I think maybe the status thing, for sure, that's a societal thing, but I don't really hang out with many lawyers. Maybe,
What about like the schooling process? Is it as hard as people make it seem?
I think getting there is hard. The actual
Yeah.
law school, I didn't find hard at all. I found my undergrad more challenging.
Okay.
Is
Right,
that just you, or is that like?
I think once you get to law school, it felt like it was just like, okay, let's pump these guys out into the industry now. You know, you got in, getting in was really tough. You know, you got your LSAT, you got your this, you got your that. Like, you need the grades. But once you're in, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Mm.
Right? Like, it was hard because it was a lot of work.
Probably filter people.
But it wasn't like
people out-
engineering
people
hard. You know what I mean? Like, or
Dude, that's honestly solid though, because there's probably people out there that might want to be a lawyer and they're just thinking like, "Fuck, I just got to get in, and then I'm good."
yeah. Like,
But now
once
if they get in and they're
but
not
once you-
good, they're coming
But once
after
you get in,
Yeah.
you've already done the work.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know anyone that gets into law school and then drops out of law school.
No.
You know, like, you were good enough to get there, and a lot of it's just prep work, right? You got to have the good grades in undergrad. You got to get a certain GPA or whatever, and you have to write that LSAT, which got fucking nothing to do with law at all. It's a way to weed people out.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. It's a way to weed
Yeah.
people out, completely out. But once you're in, you're in. You know, and then I think the biggest thing about law is that, you know, another misconception is that, you know, get in, got to work downtown, become a partner of some fucking firm with 300 lawyers,
Like
have
Suits.
no life, suits. When in reality, in my opinion, it's a miserable existence, right? I'm sure there's some people that absolutely love it, but, you know, I was never meant to be an employee. Like, I couldn't handle it. And I'd rather be on my own somewhere, where I ended up in Mississauga with a tiny little office. I enjoyed the anatomy of it, right? And you know, we all bought into it in law school. You know what? You got to go work at this firm in your second year. This big firm downtown. It's got all these partners. You know, when in reality, you know, I didn't. I ended up working for a sole practitioner, and I got an amazing experience because I actually got to do shit, and I learned a lot, right? And
That's the way to learn.
yeah, that was a way to learn instead of doing a few, you know. And I'm not knocking that side of it, but I tell people all the time, you know, if you come article at our firm, articling is like the apprenticeship, if you will. They're going to get an experience that's second to none. And the people have said that. We've hired students for the last 15 years. They're miles ahead of their, you know, colleagues that went to work at other firms. So we do a good job training, and we don't buy into, like, you know, downtown and, you know, go hang out on King Street after work. Like, us, it's all about, you know, like, it's us, you know, like, if you want that life, go work downtown. But, you know, we end up finding a lot of lawyers end up applying to our firm because at a certain point, when the novelty wears out about being downtown and on the 70th floor
So it's
of
hype.
some
It's
building.
just hype.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Do you think, did you blame the show Suits for that?
You know, it's interesting. When I was in law
Brad
school,
Pitt's in Suits or something? Why does he keep bringing this up?
No. Brad Pitt's
Yeah.
not in Suits.
Okay, well,
yeah,
fuck, dude.
Mary, would you have any like advice for, you know, anyone maybe going into law school or, you know, just wanting to go down that route, whether it be for being a lawyer or maybe starting their own business in a sense?
So, best advice I can give is obviously, you know, do what you have to do to get qualified, but don't knock any opportunity. You never know where it's going to lead. Like, if there's so many, and this is a whole different discussion that can take us a different avenue, but I didn't follow the traditional route, right? It took me 6 years to finish high school, and, you know, I didn't go to university. I was in my early 20s.
Wow.
And never give up. Like, there's always a door that opens. Everyone puts all these eggs in the basket that if you're not at 19 university, you know, life's over. Nah, you got, like, honestly, you got loads of time. Loads. When I was in law school, my first year, there were people in their 30s in their first year from different walks of life. So don't knock any opportunities. Meet a bunch of people. Network a ton. You know, all the shit that your boss wants you to do, just fucking do it. You know what? Especially now with artificial intelligence, and we have it in our office. What the shit it's doing is incredible. Okay, the bar is so low, and everyone's on ChatGPT that if you actually use your brain, okay, you're gonna be way ahead of everyone else. Right, so the ChatGPT is making the bar so fucking low for everyone now that if you actually do the work and bust your ass and grind, okay, it's actually easier. So don't say no to anything. Try everything. Bust your ass. Make sure you like what you do. If you don't, get the fuck out and do something else.
True.
That's solid.
Mario, thank you so much for coming on. We do not want to make you late for your playoff butchie game.
He's got playoff butchies. Ditching the break.
We don't want to do that
for playoff butchie.
In 30 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta get your A game on and readjust.
We're gonna play butchie and play with a bunch of balls.
But thank you for coming on, man. We appreciate your time. It was a great time.
Fun.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Break the break talk. Yeah. Break the break talk. Let's go.
Tennis, I was right-handed. I was playing tennis since I was 4.
The fuck is that?
What the hell is that?
The fuck is that?
That was loud.
Hey, what the fuck?
Actually, you should put a segment where the guy's in a fucking stretcher. Like fucking
That's fucked.
Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT over Michael Schumacher.
Holy shit.
Schumacher.
What's his last name? Schumacher?
Keep going.
Jesus Christ, these names here. Ferrari will win a Construes championship before Juve wins a Serie A again. The Habs will win
Jesus
the cup in the
Christ.
next 5 years.
Are you joking?
No, this is serious.
No, your pronunciation of this shit.
This is fucked.
Ferrari-
Yo, you know what's crazy is that when you were talking to Mario, you were saying like, yeah, we are like casual F1 fans. Like, dude, what the fuck? And what'd you say, Juve or Juve? What'd you say?
Juve.
Juve. Yeah. You never heard of
hold on.
Juventus?
Yeah.
You want me to read that?
No.
Holy fuck.